talking about Branson, what it does for the island.
Yeah, the idea behind a conference like this was like a lot of the other stuff that we do. To showcase Cayman as a world-class platform where the best of the best come. And the financial services industry has always been the bedrock of the Cayman finance and the Cayman economy. And so by exposing people like President Bush, Sir Richard Branson, Greg Norman, shoulder to shoulder with the leaders of the fund industry who've long used Cayman as their home and domicile of choice for doing their business, we thought it was a perfect blend together to show them that we're more than just a great regulatory environment, that we're a place that brings the full lifestyle package together, including being a progressive jurisdiction that's the number one choice for major finance in the world.
Is it an important event for Cayman, that Cayman can host an event of this kind?
Yeah, I think it's actually critically important for them because, it's one thing to have the regulatory stuff and for be able to say to people, look, you can come down and domicile. But I think so few of them understand that Cayman truly is a world-class destination as well. And by hosting the conference and getting them to come and spend some time here physically, they get to see that for themselves and they go out and become ambassadors. Not just a great place to do business, but you can have your offices there, you can have your people there, you can bring your staff down there, and it's a great choice for them.
How difficult was it getting President Bush the week of the US election?
Well, I don't think you can get a better example of why this is the best event you could possibly find in the world. It's the week of the U.S. election. The last elected president before the current one is here. I just think that in itself says of anywhere in the globe you could go, of all the places that wanted him to come, he chose to come here. I think it's just the best example of what we're talking about.
Most conferences would be overwhelmed to have a speaker of President Bush's caliber. You've gone out and then added to that household name is Richard Branson. Your thoughts behind that, your goals behind that?
Well, actually, it's something I've done in a lot of different businesses, including when I developed the Ritz-Carlton Resort, is you take groups and individuals who stand for something exemplary in their field, and you bring them together. And the goal is always that the sum is greater than the sum of its parts. So you've got, the most exciting politician outside of the current guys running for election here. You get someone who's considered the great entrepreneur, the most exciting businessman, going on above and below the world. You bring them together, it takes it all to another level, and we layer it on top of what we've got with the best tennis players in the world. That becomes what we're known for, and what we hope Cayman is known for is every direction you look, it's the best of.
There's a range of sponsors that have helped make this happen, but this has been your vision and your involvement. How important is it that other companies, other parts of the Cayman community get behind events like this?
I think it's critically important because, I've always tried to do it because I think the whole community should benefit, and the more the community is benefiting, then the greater opportunities that come for everybody else. So, we like the fact that many of the guys in financial services come and join us, other people in tourism come and join us, because we're collectively selling Cayman, we're collectively putting forth an image that we are the destination of choice.
So you've got President Bush, Richard Branson. Tell us a little bit about the tennis and golf superstars you've got around this whole event.
One other great compliment that we're really seeing the benefits of this year is as you get people down here and you expose them to what we do, the kind of events that we put on and the kind of offerings we have, they want to come back. Great example of that, Greg Norman, friend of mine for a lot of years, did the golf course with me here. When I talked to him about it, he said, I'm in, love to come back. Stefan Edberg, number one tennis player, ranked number one of the greatest all-time champions, really doesn't go out and do exhibitions or tournaments anymore because he's busy with his own business. We approached him, he said, I had a great time before. If I could bring my whole family down, then I'm happy to be part of it.
Anything else you think we didn't touch on? Some good footage there.
Yeah, I think we'll run with that.
Well, this is my second time around at Cayman Island, and
hey, you got to get in the background and hit balls. This is your day.
Sorry.
Come on, get in the background. We're going to rag on you.
Don't tell them about the plane and the beer again. Okay, go ahead again.
all right. This is my second time around on Cayman Island. I was here 2 years ago. I had a great time here. Played some good tennis, enjoyed the island, the beach, the weather. Got invited again here, so yeah, I thought good time to coming from Europe where it's cold. So I really enjoyed the island. It's a perfect spot to come and with your family and enjoy.
What do you think of Mike's quest to put this tournament on the map? What kind of job has he done the last 10 years?
Well, I think he's done a terrific job, and I think it's important for the island to have a big event like this where you have some pros coming here to play and to get tennis known on the island and get kids interested in the game, and that's one important thing I think is to bring good tennis to the island.
Great, and we also have Greg Norman here. What do you think of this tournament here? How many times have you been here, and how are you enjoying it?
Well, I haven't been to the tournament. This is the first time I've been here, but I've been to the Caymans many, many times. I've had a great working relationship with Mike for probably close on 10 years, maybe a bit longer. And, we built the golf course for him at the Ritz-Carlton. So, my relationship with Mike has morphed out just beyond being business. We're actually very good friends, and we stay in touch, and we try and direct each other in what pockets of the world the business is growing in. And, he's done a phenomenal job here at Cayman. So I'm just here as a filler. So, I'm looking forward to it. Stefan's teaching me a lot, and tonight should be a lot of fun. And I know one thing for sure, we faked him out today during our warm-up, so tonight's a different story.
Is that the strategy today, just to kind of play low now and then pick
Absolutely,
it up later?
that's the key.
Yeah.
You don't want to leave your best tennis on the practice court. You want to bring it out when you play the match.
Exactly.
That's the strategy, isn't it?
That's our strategy
Yeah.
anyway.
See if it works too.
Yeah.
What's your prediction tonight then with the score? What kind of show are you going to put on for the crowd?
I think first of all, I think it'll be a lot of enjoyment and be a lot of fun, and obviously to win is always good, but I think just if we can have fun on the court, and hopefully the crowd will enjoy it, that's the main thing.
Yeah, it's all about entertainment. We're here to have fun, like Stefan said. So, we will have fun, and the winners will win, and the losers will lose, and we'll always have a drink right afterwards.
Perfect.
The tournament here in Cayman.
I love coming here to Cayman, and it's such a beautiful place, and I got to do so many things, and also the golf course since I started playing, so it's really nice.
Is it a relaxed tournament?
It is very much like a big family reunion, and it's so nice that everybody comes here and they love tennis and they love to watch us, so it's you just want to play well.
Is it an event that a sponsor should be a part of?
Oh, definitely. It's even myself, I put a little sign on my clothing line, and I think it's definitely worth it to be part of it. And like I said, so many people are involved and doing a great job. So
Mike Ryan started this event over 10 years ago. It's a lot sort of the CAIS Centre. Do you think Mike's done a good tournament?
Oh, Mike, he has done a great job with everything, with the volunteers and everybody who helped this event to grow and make it bigger, and it's just so comfortable and so nice for the players, and just love it.
I should ask the question. How about Dan? How's he doing?
Dan is the greatest. It's really nice to work with all the people who are here on the island and helping out, and just like you really see they're with the heart into it, and that's the most important thing. Then you just want to be part of it and want to help and make it even better.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Absolute pleasure.
Well, I love it here in the Caymans. I was here last year for the first time. I got invited with my good friend Jennifer Capriati, and I called Mike and I was like, I would love to come back this year and play. And it's one of the nicest places in the world, and the people are so nice, and everything is great. So hopefully I can be part of this event next year.
What's good about Mike? How important is it to have like Ryan playing on the event?
Oh, it's unbelievable. He's been doing an unbelievable job, and players love him, and to put all this up and to have people like Sir Richard Branson and everyone here is just amazing, and we should have more people like Mike Ryan.
And the organizer?
Dan is amazing. I mean, we wouldn't be able to be here also without Dan. I mean, we give him a hard time sometimes, asking him for lots of things, like tickets, but he does an unbelievable job, and a great person, and great to have him.
Together? Yeah, that'd be great.
You want it clearly on. Run that camera. You want it clearly on film that Martina's never lost with me. Just so we're clear.
Are we rolling?
I hope so.
Well, this is the live take. The live take is that Martina's never lost with you.
Never.
But she lost with me.
That's sort of the point I'm making.
Which makes you a better than a Grand Slam champion.
No, what it means is I'm know how to get out of the way and let Martina do all the work.
You're smarter
That's
than
smarter.
Martina. Yeah,
That's all I'm saying. I'm just
Canadian
smarter.
smarts. You got it?
That's it?
Okay. Get your autograph. I'm like, you're gonna get my autograph.
Murph's talking about his favorite towel boy and saying, you know, it can change your life getting exposure in tennis. And I always said, oh yeah, I know the story because Roger Federer talks about, oh, I was a ball boy as a kid and it changed my life. And Murph goes, oh, that was for me.
That was in Basel in '95. Roger was maybe eight or nine, and he 25 years later, I'm interviewing Roger Federer, and I said, you know, what are the moments that made the biggest difference? And it was events like this, and I happened to be playing, and he was our ball boy, and he says, but I couldn't get your autograph. So I'm like, do you want it now? And he's like, no, that's okay, I don't need it. I've seen your forehand. God, did I have a tough day today.
It was ugly.
It was ugly. It's ugly. But
No, you know what? I'm looking at you going, I so feel that. You turned into an am out there.
I know, I went backwards and backwards and backwards.
Backing up
I just said I was going to push her to death. You know that move? It's so funny. Well, honestly, there are certain people in the world that take the game of tennis and you know, they build out on what you can do on a tennis court. They build out what you can use within the community, whatever community that is. And Mike Ryan is one of those guys. You know, I know a few in the world. Michael Milken does it with the Prostate Cancer Foundation, Mike Ryan. And you take a passion, like he has a passion for the game of tennis, and he looks at it and he says, you know, I could do something bigger and better and bring some awareness to the island, bring some awareness to the charities around the island. And the biggest thing I feel is you see all these kids, they're amped up. They're going to he enriches their lives through the game of tennis, through an event like this. And at the end of the day, you got a couple of retired old dinosaur tennis players that get together, kind of like a family reunion, and we get to get old together, maybe. So hopefully that wasn't too winded. But it's true though, I believe it. Milkman and I became really good mates, and he's basically kept my dad alive for 10 more years.
Okay, good. So it's the second time you've been to Legends Tennis. Is it a tournament you enjoy?
I think the Legend Tennis is a fabulous tournament to come to. It's in a great spot. It's a relaxed atmosphere, and people and the players feel it's very enjoyable to come here and to play and to participate in this tournament.
And you brought your family down, so you obviously enjoy holidaying in Cayman?
Yeah, it's autumn in Sweden, it's cold, so it's great to come here for a week, enjoy the weather, the beaches, everything is set up very well for us. People are really nice here on the island, and it's actually an island where you can relax and get away from your normal lifestyle.
This year you got to play Richard Branson, you got to have a good match with Wayne Ferreira. Do you like that format where you get to have a bit of fun?
Well, I think it's a great setup when you have a combination of things where you have the Pro-Am setup with Richard and Greg Norman. I think people really enjoy that. We enjoy it a lot too. It's a great time on the court, and obviously then to have the real match afterwards. I think that's a great setup for an event like this.
So Mike Ryan started this event over 10 years ago, and he's put two main charities, Crisis Centre and Tennis Federation. Can you tell me what you think of the event that Mike has done?
Well, I think Mike has done a tremendous job over the last 10 years. He's had some of the greatest players that ever played the game to come here, given the chance to the people of the island to come and watch great tennis, and hopefully get young kids interested in tennis and get people to enjoy tennis and see it live, close up. That's what it is all about.
Awesome. Tennis is coming from someone else. So Dan is the event director, obviously pulling a lot of things together. How is the actual organisation of the tournament from what Dan has done been?
Well, I think Dan has done a great job because it's a lot of work to put together a tournament around the Cayman Islands here. So it's an important thing to keep the players happy, to keep everything well organised so things actually work, and so we appreciate that.
Wonderful. Thanks very much, Dan.
Okay.
Really appreciate you coming.
Yeah. I'd like to just say a few words. Mr. Ryan, can I get you to stand here because we've got the camera going? Please welcome Mr. Michael Ryan.
That's it? Come on, you guys got to school at lunchtime.
He said you guys got to school at lunchtime. You should get a big clap for that. Mr. Michael Ryan. Yay! There we go. All right, you come in the classroom. Michael, you started this over 10 years ago. What was your impetus behind this tournament?
Well, the idea was to bring fabulous tennis to Cayman and give people an opportunity to see the best in the world, to expose all the kids to what tennis can be and what a fabulous part of their life it is, and then also to use it as a great vehicle for charity, and I think it has and continues to accomplish those goals.
And the event's given hundreds of thousands of dollars to the Cayman Crisis Centre. You also work with the Tennis Federation with the junior equipment. Your goals behind that?
Well, the idea is that tennis is a great sport. You guys are lucky to live here in Cayman where you can play it year-round. There's some great facilities. And part of what we try to do here is expose you to the best that there is, but also make it easy for you. So if you guys have seen over in the corner there, those boxes, that's $15,000 of tennis equipment. So if any of you guys want to play tennis, we're making it available for you. The equipment's there, the courts are there. So we want to make it really easy for you to come out and find out what a great sport it is.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ryan. It's been going for over a decade. It's a great event. We'll keep some of the best events in Canada. Please get up with someone for Ryan.
Thanks, guys.
Right, let's bring on the players. We've got an incredible match for you today. We'd like to welcome the first. How long have you been running the Legends Tennis for?
We started the Legends Tennis back, I think, in 2000, so about 12 years ago. And the whole idea right then was, even before we built the resort or anything else in Cayman, said, look, we got to start making an impact in the community. We have to, be a good part of where we live, and we want to make a difference. So we started the event. I love tennis, and said, how can we get a bunch of good friends of mine who are great tennis players down and start raising money for charity? Let's have some fun. Let's expose people to Cayman, and it's grown leaps and bounds since then.
What level of players have you managed to bring to the tournament?
Well, what's been great about it is, I'm a huge fan of Cayman. And I've always said, if you can expose anybody to what Cayman is for real, forget the perceptions. You're going to get people who go, I love this place, I don't want to come back. And so, early days, it was a bit of a challenge. Jimmy Arias become a great friend of mine, was one of the first guys to step up, Pat McEnroe, and some juniors. And then, exactly as I'd always hoped, immediately after coming here, they started talking it up. And then we have had probably, I don't know the number in my head, but we think we probably had somewhere over 100 Grand Slam championships represented in the players. I think we've had 7 world number ones come down. We've had everybody from guys who won championships in the 50s to Marat Safin, who just came off the tour, 2 years after being number one, has showed up here. So it's been extraordinary. John McEnroe, Jim Courier. We saw him yesterday, Stefan Edberg, Mats Wilander, Philippoussis, Martina Hingis, Eva Maioli. The list, I love to say it, the list goes on and on. It's incredible. No, that's all right. I'd say one of the coolest things that I think represents the event is we're standing here, we got 3 clay courts here. I love to play on clay because I'm old and I got crappy knees. But I'm standing out on the court, I'm hitting with these guys, and I look down, and there are 3 number ones in a row. We've only got 3 courts. I'm like, wow, that's it. That's all the room we got, and they're all full of number ones. And that's just, it's been a great part of it.
You added a new element to this year's tournament. What was that? Celebrity tennis.
So
I'm trying to get it to the you say we've added it, so it's going to be part of the monologue.
So, from the very beginning, we're always saying, like in everything we do, how can we get better? How can we get better? How can we get better? And so, as we've grown through the various things, you're surrounded by world number ones. You can't really get much better than that. We said, but what else can you bring? What else exposes tennis and the game to different people? What raises more money for charity? And we said, hey, let's get some celebrities in. And so, because tennis is such a global game, it touches so many people, they all love it. I picked up the phone, called my old friend Greg Norman and said, hey, I know you've gotten into tennis for reasons we won't talk about, but he's into tennis now. And I said, Greg, I'm doing this, celebrity tennis. Would you come down? He said, bang, I'm in, mate. I'm there. I'm all over it. I'm like, terrific. We got in touch with Richard Branson, who is a great supporter of charities all over the globe and also loves tennis. And he's like, yep, I'm down. Let's play. We had Tony Blair last year. We couldn't get him out on the court, but we're hoping to get him back. And we think that's just another element to bring people down and expose them to the game.
So what does this event do for junior sport?
It does 2 really, really important things. In the prosaic sense, it brings a lot of money in. It's a great help from you, great help from the ITF, which I was one of the founders of. Bringing in junior equipment, because if you're going to get kids into sport, you got to remove all the barriers. And so right off the bat, suddenly we've got new courts getting built,
this year is another great example. $15,000 of free equipment. If a kid wants to play, there's a court, there's a coach, and there's equipment. That's number one. The other part, and Murph and I were just talking about it a moment ago, is you get them exposed to people who are truly incredible success stories in the sport, and that inspires them. And so it isn't just like these kids are looking at on a TV set or a blog or whatever about these great players. They're there. They meet them. They do clinics with them. They talk to them, and they get inspired. And then they're hitting a few balls, and even though, you know, the difference in their skills are obvious, they start going, well, hang on. I hit a ball with Jim Courier. I hit a ball with Martina Hingis. I can do that. You know, and so we bring the junior players in like we did this year as well. You got Tornado Black, top, you know, #1 ranked under 15 girl in the world, and you let the kids say, look, there she is. That could be you. Just try hard. And I think those two things together, you know, are the absolute most consistent ways to create great success in junior sport.
Tell me about what this event does for charity now, why the charity, and the history and legacy that you've given back.
Charities tend to be around things that are challenges. And if something's a challenge, if it's awkward, if it's difficult, if it's a social challenge, if it's a political challenge, an economic challenge, people don't like to talk about it. It's one of the reasons that they fester and they grow. And events like this, charity events, sports events that happen that are fun, the reason that people do them is it's sort of a way where people can do what they know they should do, but kind of avoid, and have a great time doing it. And so you bring it in, you make it fun, you allow people to do what their conscience tells them they should do anyway. You get to raise awareness in a very non-confrontational way. So they get to help a charity, they get to make donations, you get to raise a lot of money, and you also get to say to people, hey, these are issues you should think about. Now, I'm not going to heavy hand you, I'm not going to cold call you on a phone, I'm not going to send a nasty flyer through your front door, you know, I'm not going to run a depressing video on you where you just want to ignore it. But it's here and you're part of it and you can't ignore it anymore, and once you have knowledge, then you're educated, and hopefully if you're educated, you'll make good decisions, or you'll help other people make good decisions.
So why the Crisis Center?
Well, the Crisis Center, for me, was an absolute no-brainer. For two reasons, but the biggest one is the first one. I have 3 daughters, and the moment I started hearing about the fact that domestic violence and domestic abuse was rampant in this community, as it is sadly in almost every community, I said, this is just wrong. Any man who's got any self-respect says it's a wrong thing to do. You would, if you saw it happening in front of you, you would step up and stop it. So just the fact that I'm not seeing it 2 feet away from me doesn't mean I don't want to step up and make a difference. So the moment I heard about that, I said, we got to get on board, we got to do something about this. The second one was the community was just absolutely mute on it. Didn't happen. And then the ladies from the Crisis Center started telling me, look, one in 4? Well, I have a wife and 3 daughters. We're already in that box. I have wives, or sorry, I have mothers, I have sisters, I have cousins. It's just wrong. And so that became easy. And we're so proud that we were talking with the Crisis Center tonight. Said, how long have you been involved? I said, well, 11 years. I said, we've only been open 10. I said, I know, we got there, we helped you get open.
Any idea how much support over the years this tournament and you've committed to the Crisis Center?
I can't give you the exact number, but we're incredibly proud that over the years we've directly contributed over $250,000. And I know that the Crisis Center people have said to me for the first early years we were 50% of their budget. And that without us, they really couldn't have gotten started. I'm even prouder of the fact that by getting them started and raising awareness, there are now dozens of groups and hundreds of individuals in the community that have adopted this cause. And they're the real heroes. They're day in and day out dealing with this issue and making it happen.
And the final one, what's the future for Legends Tennis?
Well, you know, it's never easy to make things happen. The last few years with the economic crisis have made it hard for us to make it go. Hard for the charities when they really, really need the money because things get worse in a downturn. We haven't lost our courage. You know, we've kept on. They've kept on because it's something that needs to get done. Whenever we wobble and say, God, can we keep going? You say, look, it needs to happen. The community needs it. And on the positive side, the tennis players keep calling me up and going, hey man, can I come down to Cayman? I really want to come to Cayman. So, you know, we're going to keep going as long as we can.
How's the audio? That was